Good morning, everyone. I'm Shravik Patil. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and today I will be talking about how to start writing. If you are a new writer, if you are want to write something new in English, or you want to start your journey as a writer, this would be very useful to you because I am in this field from last 5 years. Mm, I write online. I am as a published author. I'm a blogger. I'm a YouTuber. So I thought of sharing my own experience of writing journey. Definitely, it's my own knowledge and the way I gone through in last 5 years. Throughout this journey, I experienced something. I divided into the many categories, and I'm presenting it that how I faced the problems, how I experienced my first writing, and throughout these 5 years. So let's start. So when you start writing, you have to think in 2 to 3 points that how you want to start your writing. Like first, you could go for the autobiography, you could go for the biography, or you could go for stories or the translation work or any other kind of the writings, which includes the many things. But you generally, when you start, you these are the four major division in which you could concentrate. So everything you know that most all of the five things you know, but I will tell you something that you should keep in the mind when you go for writing under any of these 5 points. So biography, autobiography. As of my suggestion, if you are starting as a writer, it is not that accurate or that preferable to go for a autobiography. Autobiography is something which you are write on your own life experience. So you write your own life journey is not at all suggested as a starter until and otherwise you are an experienced person in your life or your workplace or your job or your any experiments or your any life journey. If it is that worthy that you feel that you could write, or if it is that genuine, then you could write. Or if you have like you worked a lot in many fields and you got retired now you could suggest the people that you that how they could lead their life, or how could they do better things in their life, like that. If you are working in a company and over the 40 years and now you got retired and you are spending your free time in a retired life, now you could write about your life journey. But as a starting of writer, that you are a 25 or the 30 years age old and you want to start writing, definitely it is not suggested you to write your autobiography because no one interested in reading that. Or you could go for the recording of the life experience, or you could life experience is a little bit apart from the autobiography. So you gone through some situation, gone through some happy uh, uh, life journey, or some sad or some bitter experience or some good experience, one or the two experience you could write on that. But definitely you can't write a book on that, but you could write in a blogs, that in a small stories you could write. But it is not the autobiography strictly. It could be a 2 to 3 stories that you gone through, or you could it could be a something unique that you experience in your life journey that you could write. There is no age bound for this writing. Whereas autobiography, yes, yeah, when you write the autobiography, it is published as a book, and I personally not suggest in this stage you to write the autobiography. Coming to the next part of the way you could invest your time and the energy in writing is um, biography. So my experience in this biography is very good because I have written my first debate book as a biography. So biography means, yes, everyone knows that biography means that you write on someone else's life story. So in my first book was on the biography of late farmer of Karnataka, Chetkadi Ramchandra Rao. So he was well known as Chetkadi Gandhi. So his life journey I have recorded. Definitely, it was in a Kannada version. In his elder son has written it in the Kannada. I have translated. I could say that I have written in English by keeping his Kannada book as a base, and I interviewed all of his family members. I asked the uh, villagers about him, and I even read some internet blogs and think that it was in the whatever the information was available, and then I wrote my book. Definitely, while writing the biography, as my experience says that it is a best start to a new writer, because he could write with the many people's help. So while you write the biography, that you should keep in the mind that that personality should be unique. So you can't write on a person who led a normal life. So he should be having something unique and something special, special things that he has done in his life. So such a person you should choose. That information about that person is not widely available in the internet. So definitely this one is a very important point, because if that information about him is available in the internet and everyone widely knowing he's a very popularity person or the big shot, then why should someone purchase your book and read about him? That is a unique point that you should have, that people are aware about him, people know about him, and they are searching in such a document which will tell about him. Means people are aware little bit, but they are in search of the thing to know more, and that information is not available on internet. In such a case, you could go for writing about a person. Apart from this, his personal life should have a unique wow factor. Definitely, everyone lead a life, everyone live their life, but few people do something new. So it's such a unique personality or unique things if he had done, definitely his life experience, his life stories could be an example to new generation. So talking about my first book, as it was in a biography, I have chosen my own book so as an example. So I was writing in the online in a website as a blogger over a 4 year. Started my journey with the WordPress, then moved to the Quora, then to the Google Plus. It was a Google Plus earlier, now it is a Google Blogger. Then I in the LinkedIn, then in the uh, Pratilipi Kannada as well as the English. So my Quora account reached the views of 30,000 of then I start calling myself as a writer. But one day a person, a group of person I met, and I told I am a writer. I do work, but as a part time, I am a writer also. So he told, which book you wrote. So I told definitely I am not a published author. I write in the online. Then they replied me that the person who writes in the online is not strictly a writer. Yes, to some extent it is in India, but outside all are the writers. But in India, people consider if your article appeared in the paper, then only you are an author. If your article or the book is published, then you are a writer. In such a condition, you have to write something as for your document. So if you write some book, then you could carry it in your bag, and those who are asked about your writing, you could give one copy. However, in return you get the money or not is the other factor. In my first book, I was searching for something so that I could write a book. Definitely, I had three stories in my mind, very big novels, but it was not possible to write in 1 year. So it takes 3 to 4 years to write a book. Definitely, when it was a novel, it comes to 2 to 3 years to complete that novel. So I wanted to write something unique and something special. So once I gone through a book which was written by my own village person, and he has written about his father. His father was a very great personality about whom I am going to talk. He is a Cherkari Ramchandra Rao. About him, his son, elder son, has written the book in the Kannada. Now this personality is very near to me because he was a great friend of my grandfather. So that rapport and the touch that I had with his family. So I approached his family and I told, this book is in Kannada, and however this book has written in long back. So whenever I want to write in English, and whenever I write in the English, I will take your consent, whatever the information left in that old book in the internet as well as the villagers. So they are agreed and they are very happy to give me a permission to write about him in the English. So I started my writing in the English. About that I could do a separate video. So I taken the permission from them, and I printed it out. I printed around 200 copies and all are sold out. So this is how, like, when you go for a biography, these are the points you should take in the consideration. And the one more special point there that you have to be aware is you should take the permission of that family members. If that person is alive, then from him you should and must take the permission from these people. If it is not, then you are lost, because at any time, any way, the person or their family members can sue on you for writing something here and there. If it is goes something here and there, it will be a very horrible with you. So please take the permission when you write the biography, either in a letter or through the mail. So I think that you are clear about the biography if you are going for a biography writing. Now, this is my first book. This photo is not taken by me. I have sent this book to one of the farmer of the Kerala. So he has written about my book in the internet. From there I picked this photo. Very happy to take this photo. Uh, his name is Nandakumar. He is from Kerala, a good farmer. He wanted to know about this this person, so he knew that person. But the problem was the book was whichever his son has written was in Kannada, and he couldn't read the Kannada. So when it was published in the English, he got to know, and he actually uh, what he actually encouraged me to write this book. So definitely this books, the photo is taken by him. This is how this book look like. A Paddyman Untold Story of Cherkadi Gandhi. He worked on the special rice paddy. That's why I have given the name Paddyman. And as his information was not that widely spread, Untold Story of Cherkadi Gandhi. His name is Ramchandra Rao. I hope this biography thing is clear. Then how you could sell this book, how you could promote, how you could publish, how you could advertise, that I will be covering in the next video. Coming to the other thing, if it is not the autobiography and the biography, you could write the fictions, that is the imaginary stories that then nowadays the people write, that A and B in studying in the same college, they got to know each other, they started to love, like that you could write a fiction or a non-fiction. Non-fiction is a real story that you have seen somewhere, or you experienced somewhere, or you heard from somewhere. So you sat in a tea shop, so two people are talking with each other, and you heard that you could write about that. That could be a non-fiction, or your life experience, life journey, or something. You talk with your grandma, she will tell you 3 to 4 stories. Write one out of that. That could be a best non-fiction. You could write a essays, you could write a critique, social management, office critique, something you could write. You could, I taken poems, because poems also you could write on your own imaginary or real life story. You phrase the words and you could write the poems. You could write a life stories, life experience. So that is what I told before. I experienced this in my life. So you could write, you could take imaginary names, or you could even take a real name if it is not opposed by them. You could write your own experience. You some people now started to write in the stories of that they experience in the bus stand, railway station, or the airport. Imaginary stories, definitely fictions. Why I written imaginary stories? Because the imaginary stories includes the lucid dreams. So lucid dreams means you dream about something, and you get real dream in your sleep. So this could be a new style of writing, because I am doing that. Lucid dreams. Lucid dreams could be a thing, or normal dreams, what you dreamt in the last night. You could write about that, or you could write a collaboration work. I forgot to put the slides of my collaboration work. uh, Collaboration work means you contact through the Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, Google, or anything. You come to know a person is writing. You could contact him and tell him that I am interested in writing, could you please write about the with me in a collaboration. So what happens is that when the two minds gets together, you could write something new, something better, something unique. So collaboration, I will be doing a separate video for that. The one more way of writing, investing your time, could be on translation work. Definitely, my biography was a translation work to some extent, because it was written in the Kannada, and when you do the translation, there is a high scope that you could add some more thing, because the original work would be in some other languages in long back. In the long back, when it is written, thereafter there is a chance, every chances that there might be some changes which occurred in that subject or that personality. You could add when you write about the in your new work translation, or you could write a rewriting the handwritten work. So a great personality is there, great person, some poet or author is very busy. He don't want to continue his journey, or he don't have the time to invest in that. Then he could write a translation. You could write a his written work. You could rewrite whatever he has written, or whatever the draft that he has left, you could continue that. In the other subjects which you could invest are the interviewed articles. I have done the two interviews. A citizen from the Spain, Teresa, visited our uh, village. So what happened was, due to the COVID thing, she couldn't go back, and she was staying in my one of my friends' home. So I went there. I asked their experience in the Spain, in the India, and a comparative article I have written. So it could be a best interviewed article, or you could report for some news papers or news agencies, and you would write about that in your blog. That could be done. And the circulation and the promotion, so you could promote something. So I promoted uh, global, local to global, like that. I promoted one pottery shops advertisement in my blog, so that you could promote random things. You could go to a handloom factory. They are working on the traditional handlooming thing. Then you could write about them, interview them, take the photo, write in the blog, give their contacts, and if someone is interested, they could go and buy the products from them. Like that, I worked on the pottery. Like that, you could work on the products which are done by weaving the bamboos. you could work on that. Certain things you could definitely do. There are many chances to you also get the promotion, their products also get the promotion. Moreover, you get a satisfaction that through your work someone got help helped. So it could be done, or you could write the blogs or the blogs. So this is a very important thing, that whenever say the vlogs, it is a video thing that you record and publish in the YouTube on the daily routine activities, or you could write the blogs on that also, whatever the daily routine journey you do. Some people write about that, but it is very important to know that how important your life journey are for your readers. So if some celebrity writes, if some big personality writes, then definitely people will read about him. But it depends, whoever, whatever you write, and who, how vast, how widely you the people will read about that. So definitely I think these are the things where you could invest your time and the energies to write something unique. These are the things that definitely which I experience. There are a lot more things on which you could invest your life energy and thinking, and you could write on these many things. There might be the chances some few points I have left because I didn't experience in those in my writing. So hope you understood that when you start writing, where and all you should invest your energy. Going to the other topics which I wanted to cover in my next video are how you could enter in the online and the offline writing, how you could invest your uh, energies in the online and offline, and you could become good publisher, you could become a good blogger, or you could become a well-known writer in your area. So this will be I am covering in my next video. So whatever I talk, and if you are a new writer and you want to get into the writing uh, world, you could contact me at any time to my email ID which I have mentioned here, or you could message me in the Facebook, or you could contact me through my Insta ID, that is Stravyak MJ. You could contact me uh, through these contact addresses. I definitely ready to help you, help guide you, and give you a right path in the writing journey. Hope this video helped you very well, and if there is any chances that I could add few more points, just tell me through the comments. We'll be back with a new video. Thank you.